Brace yourself, because this drama is on fire. Papoose and Remy Ma, once seen as the ultimate hip-hop ride or die duo, just went from couple goals to complete chaos. Their 15-year marriage, the one that made it through prison time, industry drama, and every rumor thrown their way, has officially blown up into one of the wildest breakups the culture's ever seen. And no, this isn't some quiet private split. This is straight-up headline material. We're talking cheating rumors that go back more than 10 years. Ghostwriting confessions that could tear down careers. Secret holiday meetups while new partners were totally clueless. Fake engagement rings flashing for the cameras. Rap beefs that didn't stay in the booth but spilled into real-life drama. I'm so tired. I want to go to another party, but I'm too tired. Why you up looking like this? 'Cause it's not Eastern time. Am I not on Eastern time? Okay, it's choking me. And of course, 50 Cent just had to jump in, turning the mess into a full-on spectacle like it's Super Bowl Sunday. This ain't tea. It's a full-blown explosion. Everyone's catching flames from this one. Before we dive into this wild mess, hit that like button and subscribe because trust me, this story is getting buried fast. We're about to uncover the dirt some people swore would never see the light of day. Here's the raw truth. This ain't just some messy split. It's a full-blown takedown. What we're seeing right now is a calculated hit job on reputations, careers, and legacies. All being pulled off by people who know exactly what buttons to push. Like mental toughness when you're going through a really tough time. The fallout straight up catastrophic. Remember when Beyoncé said, "The best revenge is your paper"? Yeah, they clearly tossed that memo out the window because instead of stacking wins, they're out here choosing emotional chaos, career suicide, and public humiliation. It's wild. Everything they worked for is crumbling right before our eyes. Now, I already know some of Papoose's defenders, the so-called Loyal King Squad, are going to be in their feelings over this. And for anyone out here thinking Clarissa Shields is squeaky clean in this whole situation, get ready cause what's coming next might sting. But hey, that's why you got to like and subscribe. This channel connects the dots nobody else dares to touch. If you've been watching closely and something's felt off, the weird timelines, the shady coincidences stacking up, trust your instincts because you're not imagining it. Let's rewind the tape because over the past 9 months, we've watched what looked like hip-hop's strongest marriage unravel right in front of the world. I'm not even exaggerating. This breakup has been one of the wildest, most public relationship meltdowns the hip-hop world seen in years. Papoose and Remy Ma tied the knot back in 2008. And get this, Remy was literally behind bars at the time for assault. Papoose stood by her through 6 whole years of prison time, writing letters, visiting, holding her down while the world kept moving. When she finally walked out in 2014, they renewed their vows on national TV, turning themselves into hip-hop's ultimate symbol of loyalty and ride-or-die love. They were supposed to be proof that real love could survive anything. Or so we all thought. Fast forward to May 2025 and boom, Papoose hits the world with divorce papers. And trust, he didn't do it in silence. The man came out swinging, throwing down allegations that had everyone's jaw on the floor. He accused Remy Ma of multiple affairs going all the way back to 2014, right after her release. Names weren't dropped, but word on the street says there were several men involved. But here's where it gets nuclear. Papoose allegedly claimed he ghost wrote 90% of Remy Ma's debut album. Let that marinate for a second. If that's true, then her entire career, the lyrical respect, the award nominations, the so-called legendary bars could be built on a lie. The fallout from that kind of revelation would be absolutely catastrophic. And just when everyone thought it couldn't get messier, it did. While the divorce was still being finalized, Papoose went public with none other than undefeated boxing champ Clarissa Shields. The internet went crazy. Backlash came fast and hard. Sure, technically, if they're separated, he's free to move on. But the timing had everyone side-eyeing the situation, especially after Clarissa hit national radio, spilling personal details about Papoose and Remy's marriage while Remy was still processing the breakup. The audacity was next level. Hey, listen, man. You see who we got in the _ building. Tune in right now to the Drama Hour. When we come from Brooklyn, can nothing stop us, man. All I'm going to say is purple, give me some free cookies. How to show up. You know what I'm trying to say? Listen, man, drama I have with Pat. What else can I say, man? My brother since day one, man, support me. So, I'm here and we're going to keep doing the damn thing. Remember this. Don't matter if win by mom or win by hair. A winner is a win. Don't get knocked out, stupid. That's where people finally drew the line. The whole thing just felt off. It came across as disrespectful, like it wasn't about love anymore, but straight up payback. Folks started saying this wasn't romance, it was revenge dressed up for social media. And yeah, some tried to defend Papoose by pointing out that Remy Ma also moved on with Easy the Block Captain. So they claimed the shade on Pap was unfair. But let's be real, Ray's new connection came after she'd already been publicly humiliated by watching her ex parade a new woman in front of the world. The order of events matters, and that detail changed everything. But enough about the relationship drama. Let's talk about the real bombshell, because this ghostwriting claim might be one of the biggest career threats Remy's ever faced. If what Papoose is saying is true, we're talking about legacy-ending consequences here. In his divorce filing, he allegedly claimed that he secretly wrote most of Remy's debut album, There's Something About Remy, the same project that got her Grammy nominations and locked in her spot as one of hip-hop's top female MCs. He says he penned bars, hooks, and full verses, all without getting credit. That's massive if real. Now, there are only two ways this story could go. Either Papoose really did hold this secret for years, waiting for the perfect moment to drop it like a grenade during the divorce, which would be cold but calculated, or he's flat out lying, trying to tear down Remy's name out of pure spite. Either way, it paints a brutal picture. One of hip-hop's most loyal couples turned into sworn enemies overnight. But here's the real kicker. If Papoose is lying, Remy Ma could straight up sue him for defamation and finish him in court. The fact that she hasn't pulled that move yet says a lot. Think about it. If someone falsely accused you of not writing your own bars, wouldn't you clap back legally? The silence has people whispering. Industry insiders are saying there might be some truth buried in his claims, and if any proof surfaces, emails, voice notes, or studio receipts, it could completely wreck her career. And let's not ignore how shady the timing looks. Remy's just months away from launching her new venture, Remy Network, said to drop in 2026. It's supposed to be her major boss move, a media platform built on her credibility and respect in the culture. But if these ghostwriting accusations gain momentum, sponsors will run, partnerships will crumble, and that whole empire could collapse before it even launches. Some folks are convinced Papoose dropped this bomb specifically to sabotage her business plans. If that's true, then this isn't just a divorce. This is financial warfare. The man's not just breaking hearts. He's trying to break bank accounts too. And while allegedly trying to tear down Remy's reputation, he was out here flaunting his new relationship with Clarissa Shields for the world to see. Now, this is where things twist into a brand new level of messy. Clarissa isn't just anyone. She's an undefeated boxing champion, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, an undisputed powerhouse in the ring. She's achieved things most athletes can only dream about, but stepping into this chaos has turned her into one of the most talked about figures in both sports and entertainment gossip. And here's the real shocker. This relationship might not be what it seems. In January 2026, Clarissa Shields set social media on fire. She posted a video flashing a massive diamond ring on her engagement finger, and instantly the internet went wild. Fans started asking all the big questions. Are they engaged? Did Papoose really propose? Is this legit or just for show? The clip spread like wildfire. But then the experts stepped in and things took a very unexpected turn. Professional jewelers analyzed the footage frame by frame and said, wait a minute. That ring doesn't look real. Multiple experts claimed it looked like a rental piece. Possibly a cubic zirconia or a low-grade diamond for someone of Clarissa's superstar status that raised eyebrows all across the board. If that's true, then this whole engagement might have been nothing more than a PR stunt, a flashy headline grab cooked up to keep both their names trending. And that leads to the million-dollar question. What else about this relationship is just for show? But hold up, it gets even messier. Just a few weeks earlier, in late December 2025, leaked footage supposedly surfaced online showing Papoose out shopping during the holidays, but not with Clarissa. Nope. The woman in the video looked a lot like Remy Ma, his estranged wife, the same one he'd been publicly criticizing for months. Fans who claimed to have seen the footage said Papoose and Remy didn't look like bitter exes at all. They looked comfortable, even a little flirty, like old times. If that clip's real, then this whole story might be way more complicated than anyone thought. While all that chaos was going down, Clarissa Shields was reportedly spending Christmas alone, dropping cryptic posts about loyalty and real love that had everyone talking. Fans instantly connected the dots, wondering if she was throwing shade at Papoose. But here's where it gets even crazier. Multiple sources are now claiming that the leaked footage of Papoose and Remy shopping together has been deliberately buried by both of their legal teams. Why would they do that? Because if that clip ever hit the mainstream, it could blow up everything, exposing the Papoose and Clarissa relationship as nothing more than a publicity stunt. If true, that would mean Papoose might still be emotionally tied to Remy Ma, and everything we've been watching could be straight-up performance art, pure theater. And honestly, the evidence is starting to pile high. Let's break it down. We've got a possibly fake engagement ring, a secret Christmas reunion with the ex-wife, and whispers about Papoose cutting off Clarissa over mysterious legal issues that nobody's willing to explain. The timeline is messy, the behavior is confusing, and the whole thing just doesn't add up. Something here smells off, and the public sees it, too. Social media has been brutal. On one side, you've got fans defending Clarissa, saying things like, she's a grown woman. She can date whoever she wants. People are just jealous of a strong woman winning. And sure, that's valid. Clarissa is a world-class athlete who's earned her respect. But on the other side, the majority is dragging both her and Papoose in the comments. People are writing stuff like, Clarissa disrespected a 15-year marriage, and now she's surprised people don't like her and girl. Bye. Fans are saying Papoose went from loyal king to messy king real quick. And honestly, they're not wrong. This is embarrassing. That engagement ring fake. That relationship fake. We see through it all. Even some of Clarissa's own boxing fans say she's hurting her brand by jumping into hip-hop drama. One fan wrote, Clarissa, you are a champion. You don't need this mess. Focus on your legacy, not a man stuck in a toxic divorce. And then there's the camp that thinks the whole thing is a publicity stunt. One viral tweet said, y'all really think this is real? Remy Ma launching a network. Papoose needs relevance. Clarissa wants crossover appeal. This is a business move, not a relationship. Wake up. Honestly, that theory starts to make sense when you check the timeline. Meanwhile, while Papoose was playing games with Clarissa, Remy Ma was plotting revenge and child. She did not come to play. Enter easy-to-block Captain, a battle rapper who was barely known outside the battle circuit before dating Remy. Now headline news in the way Remy has weaponized his relationship to humiliate Papoose is ruthless. She's been publicly supporting Easy at his battle rap events, cheering as a brutally decent Papoose. In his verses, she's posting him on social media with captions like my love and real one. She even allegedly offered to pay Insecurity an extra $1,000 to handle anyone disrespecting her or Easy. On the surface, it looks like Remy Ma is moving on and finding happiness. But we all know better. Let's be real. This whole thing has turned into straight-up psychological warfare. Every move, every post, every interview feels like it's been carefully crafted to embarrass and humiliate Papoose in the most public, savage way possible. And honestly, it's working. But here's the dark insider scoop that's got everyone whispering. Easy the Block Captain might be playing his own game, too. Word is he's using Remy Ma just as much as she's using him. Before this relationship, Easy was known in the battle rap world, but hadn't broken into the mainstream. Now he's getting press, viral moments, and new deals thrown his way. Sources say once his music career officially takes off, and he gets what he needs from the spotlight, he might just dip. And if that happens, Remy could end up played twice. First by Papoose, then by the man she thought would be her redemption story. That's a cold twist, but the pattern of messy love and revenge just keeps spinning with no end in sight. Now, let's get into the moment that truly crossed the line. The way she said it left the room speechless. It was messy, intimate, and way too personal for live radio. Let me run that back. Clarissa Shields, the undefeated boxing champ who dominates everyone she faces, went on national radio and openly said she was submissive to a man still legally married and knee-deep in a messy divorce. The optics were awful. It looked less like love and more like a public spectacle. And the wildest part, Papoose sat right beside her, nodding along, acting like talking about his ex-wife's alleged infidelity in front of millions of listeners was totally normal. At one point, he even said, Remy Ma knows what she did. The streets know what she did. I don't need to explain myself. That one line set off a firestorm. The backlash hit instantly. Ray's supporters flooded social media, calling the interview class disrespectful and a brand new low. Even people who weren't Team Remy said the whole thing felt like a coordinated hit job meant to humiliate her in the most public way possible. And just when people thought it couldn't get messier, Remy clapped back silently but powerfully. In January 2026, she posted cryptic Instagram messages that said, "Karma is real and it's coming, and some people think they're untouchable. They'll learn that," had the internet in a chokehold. Insiders started whispering that Remy's gearing up to expose both Papoose and Clarissa, claiming she's sitting on dark secrets that could completely wreck their reputations and end careers. If she actually drops those bombs, things could explode 10 times worse than they already are. But let's zoom out for a second. Why has this whole situation spun so wildly out of control? Because it's bigger than just one toxic breakup. This is a pattern we keep seeing in entertainment. When you build your brand on being relationship goals, your love life becomes part of your business, a product to sell. And when that product collapses, you've only got two options. Rebrand fast or double down on the chaos to keep the spotlight shining. Now, when it comes to Papoose and Remy Ma's wild breakup, let's break down the bigger picture because this mess didn't explode in a vacuum. First up, there's the enablement factor. Where were the friends, family, and managers who should have stepped in and said, yo, maybe stop airing all your private business online? Instead of encouraging a private resolution, it seems like everyone either stayed quiet or straight up fueled the fire. Because, let's be honest, clicks and chaos pay bills. Every post, every rant, every shady subweet becomes content, and nobody around them seems eager to stop the show. Then comes the second piece, the money factor. Drama equals dollars. Every headline, every viral clip, every messy interview sends engagement through the roof. Streams go up, social media followers skyrocket, and suddenly brand offers start rolling in. The industry doesn't just allow toxicity, it profits from it. The system literally rewards people for staying messy. So, the circus keeps spinning nonstop. And finally, there's the psychological side. When long-term relationships fall apart in public, both people scramble to control the story. Everyone wants to be the loyal one, the real one, or the wrong victim. So, they start weaponizing social media, interviews, and carefully crafted posts to make themselves look better. Even if it means destroying the other person in the process, it's painful, but in this fame game, image is currency, and people will burn bridges, relationships, and reputations just to protect it. That's exactly what we're witnessing. This isn't just a divorce. It's a full-blown war. We're talking about a battle for public perception, career survival, money, and legacy. And every person involved seems ready to burn it all down just to come out on top. This whole mess perfectly illustrates something I call the revenge cycle. The revenge cycle happens when hurt people stop focusing on healing and start focusing on destruction. Instead of peace, they chase payback. Every move becomes about causing the most damage possible. That pain then triggers another attack, which leads to even more counterattacks until everyone involved ends up emotionally and professionally wrecked. It's a vicious loop that never ends until someone decides to walk away. And clearly nobody here has reached that point. Look at the timeline. Papoose felt betrayed by Remy Ma's alleged affairs. So he went public and exposed her while flaunting his new relationship with Clarissa Shields. Then Remy, feeling humiliated, linked up with Easy, the blocked captain, and turned that connection into her own kind of revenge. Papoose felt disrespected again when Easy threw shots at him in battle rap. So he fired back with that messy Breakfast Club interview to embarrass her even more. And now Ray's allegedly preparing to drop dark secrets about both Papoose and Clarissa that could blow everything wide open. You see the pattern, right? Nobody's healing. Nobody's moving forward. It's all retaliation on repeat. The pain just keeps bouncing back and forth like a never-ending game of emotional warfare. Everyone's out here swinging, just trying to hurt the other person worse than they were hurt. And in the process, the real casualties keep stacking up. We're talking about their kids, their reputations, their mental health, and their entire futures getting dragged through the mud. The revenge cycle never has winners, only survivors, and sometimes not even that. But just when you thought this saga couldn't get any messier, boom, 50 Cent jumps in and the whole thing levels up into straight conspiracy territory. So, here's what went down. On January 1st, 2026, literally the first day of the new year, 50 Cent started trolling Papoose and Clarissa Shields online with AI-generated videos. Yep, you heard that right. He created fake footage showing them in embarrassing, over-the-top situations and blasted it to his millions of followers. The internet went wild instantly. It was pure chaos. Feeling disrespected, Papoose clapped back the only way he knows how, by dropping a diss track aimed directly at 50. And get this, he even called him a wankster, flipping 50's own classic track title right back at him. But 50's response, absolutely savage. He fired off with, and I quote, "Y'all trash. Make one song that can sell and I'll come play." Translation, you're done. Irrelevant and not even worth my time. Brutal doesn't even begin to cover it. But here's where things take a wild left turn. Insiders are saying 50 Cent isn't just being petty for fun. Allegedly, he's stirring up multiple beefs, including this whole Papoose drama, just to build hype and generate viral buzz for his upcoming DoorDash Super Bowl commercial airing in February 2026. If that's true, then 50 is not just playing chess. He's playing marketing warfare using other people's pain as promo material. Think about it. 50 Cent isn't just a rapper. He's a full-blown publicity mastermind. The man has built an empire off controversy. He knows exactly how to twist narratives, flip headlines, and keep the internet obsessed with whatever he touches. So, what better way to hype up a Super Bowl commercial than by inserting himself right into the middle of the year's biggest hip-hop scandal? Rumor has it insiders are whispering that 50's upcoming commercial isn't just about DoorDash. It might actually expose people in the most humiliating way possible. We're talking Papoose's alleged ghostwriting confessions, Clarissa Shields' rumored fake engagement, and Remy Ma's revenge moves. All turned into public entertainment on the world's biggest advertising stage. If that's true, it's not just messy, it's genius-level manipulation. 50 might be playing chess, while everyone else is still trying to figure out the rules, using the chaos to fuel his brand while everyone else's careers burn down around him. But here's the bigger picture. This isn't just a divorce anymore. This is a calculated demolition of reputations, careers, and legacies, all wrapped up in a toxic mix of revenge and publicity. Nobody's innocent in this mess. Papoose weaponized ghostwriting rumors to wreck Remy's credibility, and Remy fired back by using her new relationship as public payback to embarrass him. Every move, every post, every headline feels like part of a bigger strategic game. And 50 is sitting back watching it all unfold, probably grinning the whole time. Clarissa Shields jumped into this storm-chasing crossover fame, hoping to blend her sports legacy with hip-hop spotlight. Easy. The block captain saw his chance, too, using Remy Ma's name to catapult himself into mainstream fame after years of grinding in the underground scene. And hovering above it all, 50 Cent's playing Puppet Master, using everyone's chaos as free promo for his Super Bowl commercial. The sad part, the true casualties aren't the celebrities making headlines. It's their kids, their peace of mind, and their reputations. Families are watching themselves implode in public. All for clicks, likes, and 15 minutes of viral attention that'll fade just as fast as it came. And that's the heartbreak of it all. When revenge becomes more important than healing, nobody wins. These people once stood as examples of loyalty, strength, and perseverance, but fame twisted the script. Every post, every clapback, every staged photo turns into ammunition for the next round of destruction. It's like everyone's fighting to prove a point while losing themselves in the process. Now the whole culture is watching like it's a soap opera. But this isn't entertainment. It's real lives unraveling. The betrayal, the lies, the non-stop drama, it's gotten way too deep to wrap up anytime soon. With 50's commercial set to air, Remy's Remy network about to launch, and insiders whispering about new exposes on the horizon, this story is nowhere near finished. Every week, another secret leaks, another shade post drops, another career takes a hit. So, buckle up because this saga is far from over. The fallout from this hip-hop civil war is just beginning. And trust, the next chapter is going to be even wilder. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below because we're tracking every twist, every betrayal, and every explosive reveal as this chaos continues to unfold.